And back here in Israel, the West Bank settlement outpost of Homesh lost one of its own last week in a terror attack. Now, it was already slated for evacuation by Israeli authorities, but some are calling for making a stand against its removal. Pierre Kloschhandler reports.
Of the terrorist attack that claimed Yehuda Dimentman's life, nothing remains except this white ribbon and contain anger.
A brother was murdered here. We don't want to see you. You're against us. A brother was killed.
On the road to Nablus, Palestinian cars slowed down as soldiers from the Golani Infantry Brigade man a roadblock. A Palestinian police van drives by quietly. This is a closed military zone.
Waiting to be allowed to pass through.
To get up there on the hill, one must negotiate with the actors of this quiet face-off.
Nobody wants to talk to you. Understood?
It's forbidden to pass. I don't know why. That's an order.
Order or not, these young settlers, the so-called hilltop youth, break the siege by foot, braving the rain and the cold wind.
Here are our brothers who betrayed our people and our homeland.
The road to Homesh is blocked by the border police. Homesh, one of the 4 West Bank settlements evacuated in 2005 within Israel's civilian and military withdrawal from the Gaza Strip and parts of the West Bank, is not listed on any map. Unauthorized, it no longer exists in principle. Yehuda Yust studies at Bet El's yeshiva, a settlement, this one legal in the eyes of the Israeli authorities, adjacent to Ramallah.
This murder proves how necessary it is to settle and strengthen our hold here. Youth here are saints, righteous people. Day after day, for more than 15 years, they've sacrificed themselves for us. So we climbed this hill, which belongs to the people of Israel.
We hitchhike with a troop transport driven by an Israeli Arab. At the top of the hill, remains of temporary structures lie on the soaked ground. They were raised the night before by the army. Called on duty after the attack, reservists established a base to secure the area. Too late, one might say.
The military does what it's told to do. It's the state of Israel that I criticize for having passed an anti-Semitic law that forbids Jews to tread this land.
It's here, in this illegally built yeshiva that was destroyed and rebuilt over and over again, that Yehuda Dimentman studied. And it's here that dozens of youth flock out of solidarity. Here, the students are convinced that the days of their yeshiva are numbered, that the Israeli army will evacuate them after the 7-day period of mourning for the killing of one of their friends.
A friend was sitting here last Thursday studying with us. Our enemies ambushed him. It's terrible. A Jew was killed for being a Jew. It's unacceptable. And the worst part is that the army and the government come here to destroy the yeshiva. We won't let ourselves be pushed around.
2 months ago, Israel's Supreme Court reprimanded both the police and the army for not enforcing the ban on entering the yeshiva, nor ensuring that Palestinians can cultivate their lands. Lands scorched during sporadic clashes over control of the land, opposing yeshiva students to Palestinians from the nearby village of Burqa, less than a mile below.
It's obviously too late. We're in contact with the military. We're going through a difficult period. Daily terrorist attacks, Molotov cocktails, and stone throwing, till this attack.
In Burqa, faded portraits of past and present leaders, Palestinian national flags, Fatah and PFLP pennants leave no doubt as to the political affiliation of its inhabitants. Pierre Kloschhandler, Homesh, West Bank, I-24 News.